Hello everyone! I've counted the votes, and the card you want me to talk about most is Kun the Forgotten King.
The 100 Kings will rise again!
Let's begin, shall we? The Forgotten King was once upon a time a Mogu, creatures created by the Titan Keepers with the use of the Forge of Wills, in the time that they were busy bringing order to the planets. The old gods had been defeated, Yashiraj had been ripped out of the planet, but remnants of his corporal form, they lay strewn across the southern reaches of the world. Kipara was on his way to install another forge to the south, and on his way he discovered that the pieces of this entity that had fallen back to the surface and infused the land with evil. The largest intact piece of Yashiraj, that was the old god's icy heart, a mass of diseased flesh seething with void energies. Now rather than simply destroy the heart, Ra decided to build a subterranean vault to contain it and neutralize its evil. He, along with the other keepers, they knew that studying the heart, it could help them understand the nature of the old gods and the other void creatures. Ra charged his Mogu followers with watching over the vault of Yashiraj. They would guard and care for the surrounding land as well, the land that we now know as Pandaria. Over time, the curse of flesh would hit the Mogu, literally turning their stone skin into flesh, but also infusing them with the other curses of mortality, namely pride, greed, fear, and anger. Their Kipara had fallen silent after figuring out that the Titans were killed by Sargeras, and without their leader, the Mogu fought amongst themselves. Powerful Mogu warlords gathered up followers and waged war on one another. The people of Pandaria were enslaved, and the Mogu Empire took control. It was the age of 100 kings, 15,000 years before the Dark Portal was opened. And this was a period of war in the history of Pandaria, and I assume that Kun, that he was part of this time period, since when you play the card, he says that 100 kings will rise again. Now I say that I assume this, since the Mogu does honor to his name, and he's truly forgotten, as in, there's no real recollection of his deeds. There is a Forgotten King that you can find within the crypt of the Forgotten Kings, but this spirit has not been given a direct name, so it could really be any of the 100 kings. So Kun, he's been invented for Hearthstone based on the history of Pandaria, and within Hearthstone we learned that Aya Blackpaw, the last living heir of the wealthy Blackpaw family, that she is using the Gadgetal Museum of Ancient Artifacts as her headquarters. She has the unique ability to create Jade golems, rumored to have been taught to her by the spirit of a Mogu king. Now I was actually wondering why there was a little black cat in the art of the card, but her last name is Blackpaw, so it definitely makes sense to see her communicate with Kun, and although she siphons a bit of his soul to animate each golem in her Jade army, to his credit, he is being a sport about it. Aya has successfully created an army of Jade golems, and we can use his power to either gain 10 armor or refresh all our mana crystals, which makes for some very fun plays, especially when you combine it with Aviana. And that is all I have to tell about Kun the Forgotten King. As always, I'll leave it up to you guys girls to decide what card we're going to talk about next. So leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and who knows, your card might be used in the next video. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time guys, see ya!